Hey, Arf here. Hey, I'm down here at the falls of the Ohio River. I'm actually at the top of the trail that leads down to this fence, which is kind of like the view of the spillways from the parking lot, which is, well, it's right up there beyond that tree line and the overgrown weeds, a couple hundred feet away. But anyhow, I thought I'd come down here and get a first-hand look. I haven't been down here yet this year, been out. So came down here to take a look, and I just wanted to post this up and let you know there's only about a 2% chance this hike would ever come off this year. So if you're making plans, if you're traveling, if you're coming from a long distance for this hike this year, then I would cancel my plans. I'm sorry to say that. We don't control Old Man River, we don't control nature, we don't control what happens at the dam. All we do is hike it when it's dry. So I'm going to show you why. This is Sunday. The hike is 6 days from now. This is what's happening down there right now. So they're running about 64 feet of water, which means the gates are open a little bit, or as much as they can. It's been all out for about a week. This is all that rain that's happened up east. The hurricane plays a role. All this water is coming down the Ohio River and flows right through McAlpine Dam. So the dam, even though it's open and running all the water's still rising. The upper gauge is 13 feet. Normal pool stage for the upper gauge on our hike is around 12.2 to 12.6. The lower gauge right now is around 34 feet. The lower gauge for our hike needs to be below 17. 3-day forecast says it's going to be down 23 feet by Wednesday. That means in 3 days, here's what has to happen. In 3 days, the river has to fall another 10 feet or better. They have to close the gates. They have to install the ladder. They have to open the gates, wash off all the debris from after they close the gates, and then close the gates again, and it has to dry out, and the mud has to dry off. That would have to happen by Saturday for our hike. And then they would have to do the reverse. They have to come out and take the ladder down and open the gates up, because the gates open up on October the 15th every year for the season. So based on all of that, it's not looking too good this year. Just being honest and warning you off. If you're around for the, if you're close by and you want to come down for the meetup and to get together in the morning, that will still happen. Maybe we'll do something, a bike ride, or who knows. Open to suggestions. But well, I'm going to walk down and show you what happens when the river's up and what all comes down the river. So let's take a little walk down this trail. Last year, none of this was here. All this debris had been washed downstream. If you look close, the top of the piles of driftwood and debris and junk and garbage and all the stuff that people throw in the river, you'll see there's a thin matting of material. Those are fall-through spots, and those are ankle eaters. A person gets seriously hurt trying to cross just a little bit. It could be done. We could go around it. But on the other side of this is a quagmire of mud that will never dry out between now and Saturday. So the bottom line for this is, I'm going to call it today. If you're traveling a long distance for the purpose of making this hike on the outer fossil beds of McAlpine Dam, don't do it. Cancel your plans, refund your purchases, your hotel room, whatever, and we'll do it again next year. Although, like I say, there will be a meet and greet on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. We'll get together. I'll probably bring my bike. I understand the bike trail is open between here and New Albany, so that's probably what we'll do. if it's optional. So anyway, sorry for the disappointment. This is only 2 times in 10 years that this hike's been washed out. But Old Man River, he's the king. So I'll see you next time. I'm Arf. I'm out. Hoorah.